So what model's this truck?
I'm not sure what model. It's probably about a 26 to a 28.
Would these trucks have been in service when you were started in the 40s, or were they, was that
My
before
first
that?
assignment was on engine number 3 in Tulsa, Ahrens Fox, with the chrome ball.
Wow.
It was a little smaller truck. It didn't have 6 cylinders, it had 4. And this is a positive replacement pump. And so it's necessary to put this up there.
Okay.
That looks like a cushion.
Okay.
It's got it slows down. If you had just without that, every time this thing pumped, the truck would go up and down. Because it's positive, it's not a centrifugal. So this air chamber acts as a cushion to that and slows the biggest part of it down. It still do a little bouncing.
Right, right.
And you had these pumps are unique in the fact that the upstroke gets water, and the downstroke pushes water.
Okay.
And if you're at draft, it pulls the water in, pushes it out the same way, both sides.
Wow.
It works and
So
pumps
you-
water instead of pumping air one way and water the other. It pumps water.
So
both
you actually operated a truck a lot like this.
Yeah,
I'll be.
very, very similar. It's an Ahrens Fox.
Yeah,
It was
no
just
kidding.
a little different model,
That's awesome.
but the pumps be the same.
Yeah. So that pump, I guess, up and down stroke, you're giving a constant stream of water that way.
Constant stream of
Yeah,
water.
you're not waiting on it to draw and then pumping in, and
If
it's
you
not.
use a centrifugal pump, you have to have something to evacuate the air and create a
Okay.
vacuum in the pump chamber
Gotcha.
and the atmospheric pressure and push water up.
So the ball has water in it when you're pumping,
No,
or air?
just air.
Okay.
It had water on it, but the air up there dampens it.
I see. Okay, you said that, and I wasn't quite
Now
connected.
you could pump air with this pump.
Hmm.
In other words, you don't need to prime your pump. You
Right.
put this in gear, it's going to pull the water.
Wow. Amazing.
It's not as convenient as a centrifugal.
Hmm.
Now, this lever here would operate these 2 pump cylinders. This one over here would operate those 2. And whenever you're using a small hose, it's not necessary to put both pumps in gear.
Okay.
So you want to use them both equally. So in a small job, you have a little hose here. We did on the one in Tulsa. And wherever that hose was, this would be the side of the pump that you use.
I see.
And
So every
when you
one of
get
those
back
levers.
and shut
Yeah.
it down, you just move the thing over there. So the next time we use that side.
Wow.
If you
Amazing.
had a major fire, you have both of them working.
Okay.
And
So this is an outlet here? I guess that's where
Yeah,
you can take a hose off of that?
you could take a hose off
Yeah.
of that.
Okay.
This up here is what they call a Ross relief valve.
Right.
Now, all of this right here is your churn valve. So if you're going to pump this, being in positive displacement, if you don't operate these 2 things correctly, you're going to kill the engine.
Oh, okay.
So you open this chamber here, and you pump this around and set it on maybe 100 degrees, whereas these notches, you get used to it. And you open this churn valve, and with your throttle right here, as you close this, and this is set, you close your churn valve and come up with your throttle.
Okay.
And whenever
And you're
you get
watching
this
the gauges
closed,
when
you
you're
got
doing
that
that.
closed all the way, then you're okay. But you can't do it too quickly. You've got to set this, and work closing the chamber and raise the throttle at the same time.
Okay.
And you watch your pressure right here.
Yeah.
So coming in, this is intake pressure right here.
So you wouldn't put a rookie on that till he knew what he was, how to set that. You wouldn't just throw a guy on it. You'd need to know a little about what you're doing there.
Yeah. You want to teach a relief driver, you're going to have to run through it several times.
I was going to say, I think I got it, but I'm not sure I'm ready to do it.
When I took my
Yeah,
driver's test, my relief driver's test,
Yeah.
and this is what I took it on.
Wow.
I had a relief driver, and they used an old Ahrens Fox up until the early 50s
Wow.
for guys who were going to take a driver's test. Maybe they didn't work on one of these trucks, but if you worked on one, there were going to be all kinds of guys coming by and say, "Hey, show me how you're supposed to do this."
That's so.
So,
Kind of like a lost art almost, isn't it?
yeah, it was at that time. So
Pretty amazing.
I had a relief driver when I was working on the pump that he was on and I was on was centrifugal. But I didn't have one to show him, but I would walk through our truck, you know, and I say, now when you get over here, that's this. You're going to reach in, you get your churn valve. And I'll be doggone, he didn't pass his pump test.
That's good stuff.
So, yeah, you set the rawest relief valve,
Wow.
and at the same time, you've got a hose off here and you want to open that, see? So you're opening that hose, operating the churn valves wide open, you're beginning to close it, and you begin to brace up your throttle.
Interesting. Well, we walk by these trucks all the time in this museum, but I'm not sure I've ever walked by one with somebody who actually ran one before. It's
Yeah.
it's a rarity, kind of a gift to be able to have you talk about that, because again, these guys restore them and get the best, put them together the best they can, but whether they could run them, I don't know.
Yeah, at the pump, if you're closing it, this here would allow from your radiator water to come in and circulate and keep your pump a little cool.
I'll be. And this truck could probably carry 100 gallon?
It'd be right there in that
Okay, that'd
tank.
be, yeah.
About 100-gallon
That was
tank.
it, till you got to a fire.
One
right?
we were on had 50-gallon tank.
Wow.
And that's got 100.
Interesting. Well,
And
good, that's good, that's neat.
Gear shift, right here. Yeah. This is your gear shift. And you go from right here to low, up here to second, bring it over and pull it back. You'd be in high.
Okay.
And of course you had your clutch and your brake. And it had mechanical brakes, not hydraulic. This was your siren.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
And the siren run off of your cam. I mean, it wasn't an electrical siren at all.
Wow.
And these cylinders here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you had dual ignition. You had one spark plug run off of battery ignition and another one that ran off of magneto ignition.
Interesting. Well, good. Well, that's good stuff. We appreciate you walking us around that.
That's a hell of an engine, man.
I bet.
Yeah.
Have to.